Hey everyone, I'm really excited to be the leader of the week this week. I'm going to start with a little bit of an introduction for those of you that don't know me. My name is Natalia Prochner. I live in Elkford, BC. I work full-time at Fording River, which is a coal mine in the area. I have been a coach for almost 2 years now. I'm a diamond coach, and Casey Lawrence is my upline coach. For the first video of this series, I want to talk about haters, how to deal with them, and how to not let it bother you. It's been a topic for my team this past week because we did it for the team call, and we've just been really focusing on how to get past that and not let it bother you, because it's hard when you're a new coach. You aren't really expecting people to be unsupportive of your decision. I know I wasn't when I signed up, so I like to really put it out there that everybody does get them and try and help people get past that. But I'm going to start by saying that I myself was a hater before I signed up. I thought that Beachbody was a scam. I definitely thought it was a pyramid scheme, even though I didn't even really know what it was. I thought it was too good to be true. I thought that the people who were succeeding with it were lucky, that they signed up at the right time, that they already talked to everybody I knew, and that anybody who wanted to sign up already has. I thought the people that were doing really well with it were lying and just trying to get people to sign up with them. Now that I look back on it though, what I do know is that I was jealous of other people's achievements and their successes. I wasn't going anywhere in life at that point, really. So I was seeing everybody else happy and succeeding made me even more uncomfortable with myself. So I just chose to hate on those people rather than to ask for help. I was like this close to blocking everybody on my Facebook who even said anything about fitness or nutrition, or anything even negative for that matter, or sorry, positive. That's how negative I was at that point in my life. I wasn't happy with who I was at all, and this quote that I found online really speaks to me on a lot of levels, so I'm going to tell you guys what it is. It's by Albert Hubbard, and it says, "The only way to avoid criticism is to say nothing, to do nothing, and to be nothing." And that really spoke to me that really speaks to me now, because it's true. Like, nobody would ever speak negatively on my profile before I started as a Beachbody coach, and nobody's gonna say that my posts were annoying before. Like, the only reason people are hating on me is because I am doing something with my life, and possibly it could have something to do with them, right? I just have to convince myself that anytime anybody says anything negative or I get any negative feedback whatsoever, I've been reminding my team daily that this is something that we go through and there are ways to deal with it. And a lot of the time, the haters aren't even people that you would expect. It could be your spouse, your husband, your best friend, your coworker, a family member. A lot of the girls on my team have been telling me that their husbands aren't being very supportive right now because, well, they're just starting out, right? And it is hard at the beginning. And I know my sister is my biggest fan. I'm pretty sure she unfollowed me on Facebook. She doesn't comment on anything of mine, like anything, even if it's not Beachbody related. Like, that's why I think she unfollowed me. But like anything I've accomplished, anything that I post on there, no feedback from her. So I'm assuming that's what it is, but that's fine. I just think back to how I felt before I started, and I think that's probably how she feels too. So just bear with it. The only thing I can suggest is that if you are feeling negative about some of the things that are going on or anything anybody says to you, is dig deep into personal development. I know if I'm ever feeling negative about anything, I just do a little bit more personal development, and it really helps big time. And if you're feeling discouraged, reconnect with your why. Remember why you signed up and why you decided to do this. I found this article online. I wanted to just read it to you guys. It's on Shay Sanford's website, and it's called "Don't Drink the Haterade: 7 Tips to Deal with Haters." 1. Know that a hater can be anyone. Most of the time, we figure that our biggest critics will be people we don't know, strangers, but that's not always the reality. Often it's people in our own safe circles who are the most critical of us and what we do. It might be a family member, a friend, a colleague, a boss, or yes, even a random stranger. Don't be surprised by who places judgment on you. 2. Their hate is more about them than it is about you. Usually when a person exhibits critical behavior, it reflects more about their own vulnerabilities than our own. It's not personal towards you. Often behind their anger, a great fear lurks. For instance, if your usual lunch buddies start shunning you when you start shedding pounds, it's about their own fear of acceptance and their own issues with body image. They are afraid that you will judge them or expect them to change. And maybe they're afraid of that change or the failure that might result from their attempt. 3. Getting defensive won't help. People who know you best can hit you where you are the most vulnerable, and it hurts. But don't feed into it. Getting defensive only results in more pain for you and feeding them with more fuel for their fires. 4. Give it 24 hours. Usually if a hater makes rude comments or places judgment on you, the result of their remarks dies after 24 hours. Just leave it all alone and it goes away on its own. Most haters will see that nobody jumps on their bandwagon and will leave, tail tucked between their legs. Know the 1/3 rule. When you are in this business, you have to realize that some people are going to like you and others won't. Basically, 1/3 of the people will love the results you've had and what you're sharing. Another 1/3 of your followers hate you because you're successful, you're smart, you're thin, you're fit, you're healthy, breathing, whatever. And the last 1/3 of your followers just don't care either way. They're off doing their own thing and probably not paying attention to anything you're doing. Don't sweat it. Appeal to that 1/3 who like you and roll on. Hate is infectious. Haters make comments on our timelines or posts that make us hate in return. It's kind of like drinking the haterade. Once we get a taste of it, it's hard to get rid of it. Retaliating with a rude comment or insulting the hater just encourages more of the same. Don't validate the hater with a response, especially a snippy one. Just leave it alone. You appear more positive and classier that way. 7. Look where you're aiming. When you were a kid and learned to throw a ball, you were probably told to look where you were aiming, where you wanted the ball to go. It's the same thing when you're a Beachbody coach. Pay attention to the positive people and energy. That's where you'll end up. Giving your time and efforts to the haters will draw you into their negative camp, nowhere that will help you in the long run. Overall, it's like how author James Lee Burke stated it. The boos always come from the cheap seats. We gain no wisdom from imposing our way on others. Normally I wouldn't quote something that big on a video, but when I was doing some research for my team call, I found that 7 tips and I thought it was really good. So I figured I'd throw that in there. Hope you guys enjoy the first video.